Have you ever pondered the startling truth about our existence? Are we ready to acknowledge the unvarnished reality of evolution? Let's wind back the cosmic clock to the very inception of existence. Picture the universe, a black expanse of nothingness. Then, in a moment of unimaginable heat and density, the Big Bang ignites. This colossal explosion doesn't just create matter, it births space and time themselves. From this chaos of energy and particles, the universe as we know it begins its expansion. Fast forward a few billion years and the universe is no longer a formless soup. Matter coalesces into galaxies, swirling whirlpools of stars, dust, and gas. Among these galaxies, our very own Milky Way takes form. Within the spiraling arms of this galaxy, a particular region of gas and dust begins to collapse under its own gravity, giving birth to our solar system. As the dust settles, the third rock from the sun, our Earth, begins to cool and solidify. Volcanic activity spews gases into the atmosphere, and water vapor condenses to form the first oceans. The stage is set, but the main characters of our story are yet to make their entrance. In the depths of these primordial seas, something incredible happens. Simple compounds start reacting with each other, forming more complex molecules. Eventually, these molecules arrange themselves into the world's first single-celled organisms. They are simple, almost primitive, but they carry within them the spark of life. Over time, these single-celled organisms multiply and diversify, adapting to their surroundings, competing for resources, surviving against all odds. This is the very cradle of life, the foundation upon which all future organisms will stand. Thus, the stage was set for the greatest drama of all time, the evolution of life. The journey from single-celled organisms to the diverse tapestry of life we see today is a tale of perseverance, adaptation, and survival. This is the story we're here to tell. This is the unvarnished reality of evolution. From a single cell to the complexity of the human brain, evolution has been a journey of extraordinary transformation. Picture, if you will, the first unicellular organisms, tiny specks in the vast ancient oceans. Over time, these simple life forms began to evolve, growing in complexity. They multiplied and diversified, forming the first multicellular organisms. This was a pivotal moment in the story of life. With multiple cells working together, organisms could become larger, more diverse, and more sophisticated in their functions. This was the dawn of a new era, a time when life began to take on countless new shapes and forms. Among the most significant events during this period was the Cambrian explosion, a metaphorical Big Bang of biodiversity that occurred over 500 million years ago. In a relatively short period of time, the oceans filled with a dizzying array of life forms. From the first primitive fish to the weird and wonderful creatures of the Cambrian seas, life was blossoming in myriad ways. But the story doesn't end there. Over millions of years, plants and animals began to venture out of the water and onto the land. Starting with simple mosses and insects, life gradually colonized the continents. Ferns and trees transformed the barren landscapes into lush forests, while insects, amphibians, and eventually reptiles, mammals, and birds populated this new world. The colonization of land was a game-changer. It opened up a whole new realm of possibilities for life. It was a time of incredible innovation, as life adapted to the challenges and opportunities of terrestrial existence. The result was an explosion of diversity, leading to the myriad forms of life we see around us today. In the blink of an eye, in geological terms, life had conquered the land. This was the rise of complex life, a testament to the power of evolution. And yet, this is just one chapter in the grand epic of life's journey. As we delve deeper into this story, we'll uncover more about the fascinating twists and turns that have shaped the living world. The reign of the dinosaurs, a testament to nature's creativity and ruthlessness, was a key chapter in the story of evolution. These colossal creatures roamed the Earth for over 160 million years, a period known as the Mesozoic era, which is further divided into three periods: the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods. The dinosaurs' reign was marked by an extraordinary diversity of forms, from the lumbering giants like the Brachiosaurus to the swift and agile Velociraptor. But this era was not to last. Around 65 million years ago, the Cretaceous period came to an abrupt end. The cause? A catastrophic event, most commonly believed to be a massive asteroid impact. This resulted in what is known as the Cretaceous Tertiary Extinction Event, a global catastrophe that wiped out about 3/4 of the Earth's species, including the non-avian dinosaurs. Yet, even in the face of such devastation, life found a way. From the shadows of the dinosaurs emerged a new kind of creature, the mammals, Small and unassuming at first, these warm-blooded creatures began to flourish in the wake of the dinosaurs' demise. They diversified into a myriad of forms, filling the ecological niches left vacant by the extinct dinosaurs. Among these mammals, one group stood out: the primates. They began to evolve in the trees of ancient rainforests, developing unique features such as grasping hands and forward-facing eyes. Over millions of years, these primates would give rise to a new kind of creature, one that would leave the trees and stride onto the savannas: the hominids. The hominids, our own ancestors, were distinguished by their upright posture and increasingly complex brains. They were a new breed of animal, one that would take the first steps towards what we recognize today as human intelligence. And so, from the ashes of the dinosaurs, the age of mammals had begun. From the humble beginnings of our ancestors to the sophisticated humans of today, the journey has been long and arduous. Our story begins around 7 million years ago, with the evolution of the first hominids. These early ancestors, distinguished from our primate cousins by their bipedalism, were the first steps on the path to us, Homo sapiens. Over the course of millions of years, these hominids evolved, their bodies and brains growing larger and more complex. Around 2 million years ago, the first members of the Homo genus appeared. These early humans showed signs of increased intelligence and capability, using tools and harnessing the power of fire. Their brains grew larger, their bodies became more like ours, and they began to spread across the globe. Fast forward another million years and we see the emergence of Homo sapiens, our direct ancestors. They were distinguished by their large brains, capable of complex thought, language, and creativity. This era, known as the Paleolithic or Stone Age, saw the development of sophisticated tools, art, and culture. As time passed, these early humans formed tribes and communities, hunting and gathering together. They began to control their environment, leading to the development of agriculture around 10,000 years ago. This marked the beginning of the Neolithic Age, a time of rapid advancement and the dawn of civilization. The rise of civilization brought about monumental changes. Humans built cities, developed writing, and established complex societies. They harnessed the power of the natural world, creating technology that allowed them to shape their environment to their needs. In the blink of an evolutionary eye, we've gone from simple stone tools to the wonders of the modern age. From harnessing fire to splitting the atom, from cave paintings to virtual reality, our species has reshaped the world in ways our ancestors could only dream of. In a mere 200,000 years, Homo sapiens have reshaped the world like no other species before them. Evolution, a relentless force, has brought us to where we are today. But are we ready to accept the startling truth it reveals? Let's take a moment to consider the magnitude of this revelation. The idea that we as humans are not the pinnacle of evolution, but merely a chapter in its 4 billion-year-old story. It's a humbling thought. We are not the end, but rather, a part of a process that has been unfolding since life first sparked into existence. The journey of evolution is not a straight line leading to us. Rather, it's a sprawling tree with countless branches, each representing different species, each a product of millions of years of adaptation and change. We are but one branch on this enormous tree, not its crown. So, what does the future hold for our species? Well, it's impossible to predict with certainty. Evolution is influenced by so many factors, from environmental changes to random genetic mutations. However, one thing is certain: we will continue to evolve, just as life has done for the past 4 billion years. But what's intriguing about our current era is the role we're beginning to play in our own evolution. With the advent of technologies like genetic engineering, we are at a point where we can potentially direct our own evolutionary path. This presents a host of ethical implications. What traits should we enhance? What traits should we eliminate? Who gets to decide? These are questions we must grapple with as we stand at this unprecedented crossroads. It's a lot to take in. The notion that we're not the culmination of evolution, but a part of its ongoing saga. It challenges our anthropocentric view of the world, and asks us to reconsider our place in the grand tapestry of life. Evolution has no end goal, it's an ongoing process, and we are but actors in its grand narrative. The question is, are we ready to accept this truth?